Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin'Up. Welcome to another card making day here in Simcoe, Ontario, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you don't have your own demonstrator and you live in Canada, you can shop with me. You can reach me at stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. So I thought I was going to have to skip my video today because Jim, that's my husband, has had cataract surgery and he's having some issues with it. So I didn't think I'd have time to make a video. So this video is going to be possibly the quickest video ever. But we'll see how we make out. I just wanted to jump on and tell you about some new, what are they? Online only items. You have to go online to buy them, or you contact your demonstrator. You can always contact me. The one bundle I'm going to show you is called Simply Zinnia, or the bundle itself is called Flowering Zinnias Suite. And as I say, you buy it online only. You can't find it in a catalogue, which is a little awkward for people in this area who don't have great internet connections and whatever. But you can always contact me to buy your supplies. So let me tell you about this suite. Flowering Zinnias suite. It's $113.25 and it's a great value suite. You get the stamps, which are beautiful zinnias, great for colouring. You could use your pencil crayons, your watercolours, your alcohol markers, anything you wanted to use. So you've got your beautiful stamp set. You've got, of course, the dies to go with them and a couple of extra dies, and some of the dies cut out the flowers from the DSP. The embossing folder, it's a really deep embossing folder. This is an add-on. That's an extra $15, I believe. I'm not sure. Let me look. No, it's part of the bundle. Part of the bundle. So you've got stamps, dies, embossing folder, which is gorgeous, and some adhesive backed shiny sequins. You've got lemon lolly. What have you got? Beautiful colours. Berry burst, lemon lolly. What is that colour? Lemon lime twist is what I'm thinking. And flirty flamingo. Gorgeous colours there in the sequins, and they are adhesive sequins, so they stick right on your card. The DSP, the papers, are beautiful. Gorgeous, huge, bright patterns and bright colours. Lovely paper. This one, and the back is the beautiful green. You've got this one, and I think you've got a die that might cut these flowers out. This is sort of orangey on the back, and of course you get 2 sheets of everything, you know. This is the one we're going to use. Is that it? Yeah, this one here is, you can cut it across the center and you've got 2 halves to use. The other half is the same. Let me show you what I mean. That's this piece, and you can cut it across there, and then you cut it into sections to make your cards. So you've got that one. You've got this with tiny little flowers, which is just beautiful, and it's beautiful pale pink on the back. This one here is like a berry burst, and maybe old, and berry burst on the back. This is old olive and lemon lime twist, stripes on the back. And then you've got this one that we are using, we're going to use a piece of, and it has Blackberry Bliss on the back. So let me just pop these pieces out of my way. So let's find, where is my basic cards? Here is my supplies that I'm going to use today. We've got basic white cardstock, and I cut it at 11 by 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2. There it is. That's the base for the card. Then I cut a piece of the Blackberry Bliss, and I cut that to 5 1/2 by 4, and it's just going to sit on the front of the card like that, with a tiny little white border down the sides. This is the piece I showed you where there were 2 halves to it. I cut it at 3 3/4, and I cut it at 6, but then I fussy cut the flowers at the top. Took me all of 5 minutes, no big deal. And that's going to go on there like that. And then we've got a sentiment we're going to do and some stamping. So we're going to do the stamping first. Oh, before I forget, I'm also going to use my rectangle stitched dies, because this one, the second one down the side, cuts out the sentiment really nicely. So I'll just pop those there. I'll get to that in just a minute. I've got some Blackberry Bliss ink, which is a colour I rarely use, but we're going to use it today. So we're going to stamp the inside of the card first, in case we make a mess, because we don't want to have everything glued down and then mess up the sentiment for the inside. So that'll sit there for just a minute. And this stamp I've just re-inked, so it's really juicy, so I'm being very careful not to get it all over my hands. Alright, the sentiments are from the stamp set, and the large one we're going to use for the front says, "Words fail to express my gratitude," and we're going to stamp that on some Granny Apple Green, and then "Thank you so much" for the inside. So let's have a look. I'll just stamp this quickly and I'll cut this out. That's stamped nicely. And then we've got a stamp for the inside. "Thank you so much." Either one could go on the front and either one could go on the inside. There. Blackberry Bliss is a lovely colour, but it's a colour I never use. I seldom use because I just make such a mess with it. And it's in the red family, so you know it stains your photopolymer stamps, and there's all sorts of reasons, excuses I give myself not to use that stamp pad. So there we have that. We're going to punch out this sentiment. I'm going to go over to the Big Shot, to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to tape this down first because I want it centered. And just pressing that down, and just that piece there. So that's just going to hold it in place while I go to the Big Shot. I go over to the Big Shot because if I don't, it shakes my camera. If I do it on my desk, it shakes my camera. So just give me a second here and I'll be right back. There it is. Keep those pieces of tape to use again. Put that back on the magnet. We're ready to put this card together. It's really simple. This is the piece I fussy cut. It's going to go on the top of on here like this onto a card. That's the sentiment. So let's get started. I just need, where's my little vinyl mat? Oh, here it is. Put that out of the way. So I've got some liquid adhesive here. Okay, so we're going to take this piece and put it on here like this, and it's just going to go right to the bottom of the Blackberry Bliss piece. Put the top on that. That seems to be really runny today. So it doesn't matter which way this goes. I'm just going to put it like that so that I can see that I'm lining it up about evenly on the sides, but definitely right up to the bottom of the card. So I'm just going to give it a little push so it goes right to the bottom, right there like that. I shouldn't be able to see any of the Blackberry Bliss behind the bottom. Just smooth that down, give it a second or two to grab, turn it over and give it a really good press. And you see how pretty the back of that paper is too. It's lovely. These are the flowers that you have a die to punch out, I think, to cut them out. But honestly, these flowers are not hard to cut out. That took me all of 5 minutes to cut out. We're now going to take this piece, more liquid glue, and we're going to put this on the center of the front of the card. And it's going to line up at the top and the bottom, but it'll have about 1/8 of an inch border at the side. So again, let me make sure I've got the card opening the right way, and I do. So this is going to go right here, nice and straight. And I'm going to line it up with the top of the card, because if it hangs over at the top of the card, I might cut the card itself when I trim it. But if it goes to the bottom of the card, if it hangs over here, I can use the card as my guide to cut. Okay, turn it over again, give it a really good press. There, let's have a look. There, so it's nice and level across here. When I open the card itself, or I cut that nicely, it's nice and level here too. So there's your basic card to start with. So we've got a nice sentiment here, which just says, "Words fail to express my gratitude," and I'm just going to pop that up on 2 or 3 dimensionals. There we go. Whoops. There we go. I'll turn it the right way up. Now I'm just going to put it at the bottom just like that. There. Any of these colours of gems will work nicely on the card, but if we're going to put something on the dark, you see, I wouldn't put the Blackberry Bliss or the Berry Burst on the card. The yellow might go nice, but I think it's going to be the Granny Apple Green that we use. And these gems come in 2 sizes when I look at them. There's a large size and a smaller size. So let's have a look. We'll just pick a large one here, and the adhesive so they'll stick. I'll go with that and that, a large and a small. There. Let's put one more. Another little one. Pop it over there. There. So that's it. I think that's all we need on that card. There it is, today's card. Really quick card to make. Took about, I don't know, let me see, took about 15 minutes to make, and used the new Flowering Zinnias suite, which is $113. Has to be ordered online, but boy, what really good value it is. It's a really great value for your money suite. So that's it for this week, everybody. Just see where you saw the card made. If you sell your cards, put the Stampin' Up angel stamp on, which just says all your supplies used or Stampin' Up supplies. Thanks very much, everybody. See you next week. Bye.